What makes your radio show different? I'm about to jump into the things that make your radio show stand out from others that are in the area and other advisory firms that are also running radio shows. So my name's Aaron Brown. We've worked with dozens of companies across the US who run radio shows and who have a lead generating radio show for their financial firm. One thing that these companies do exceptionally well, and better than I can do, is that they help people like this image identify if they're a good fit and if they're not a good fit. And ultimately what a radio show is designed to do is ultimately identify if someone's a good fit or not a good fit, so give some qualifications, and then get those people to take action. Now, it's not going to be the first time they listen to your radio show they're taking action. That is inevitably, that's a infinitesimally small percentage who are going to take action the first time they hear you. Likely, it's going to take 2, maybe 3 years to develop an audience who is listening to you in becoming inculcated. That is a great word to use, but they're over time, they're just believing what you've said because they've heard you so often, like what they do to kids in elementary school. But they're giving them so much information that gets them to believe what you're saying and ultimately take that next step, which is, I don't know if I'm in a good spot with my current advisor at work. I don't know if they're providing me the information that's necessary for me to get to my retirement goals, and I need to consult a third party who I have trust in, you, the advisor who runs a radio show. Now, what we're looking at here is a contraption that sorts eggs. I have no idea if this is legitimate. This is definitely made of AI, pulled it from the internet, which means it's completely real. But the point I want you to look at is there are different eggs being sorted. And if you can make a radio show that talks about the different type of prospects, hey, if you fit this criteria, here's what I want you to do. Which means you're disqualifying prospects, but you're giving them an outlet, not just leaving them hanging. You're giving them an outlet, whether it's requesting a book, requesting more information via PDF, and joining your drip list. And you're giving those people something that they have not received before because they're a left out audience of 99% of financial firms, other than the big ones. That small group, or that huge group of people who have a small amount of assets for you or for your company, and they're not going to have assets for the next 20 years, that group of people will build trust with you. Similar to this process of inculcation, they will build trust with you over the next 20 years, creating an enormous amount of goodwill for your business, and ultimately goodwill for your book and any other advisor who joins your team, their book as well. So think about this as not only a machine for sorting those good, bad, medium eggs, it's a machine that you're going to use to create current revenue, or ultimately it's future revenue and then long-term revenue, so that the people who you're talking to and intending to turn into clients, those people might have a 2 to 3 year window of becoming clients where they need to take action. They're maybe age 59 to 65, and they need to take action because they're retiring very soon. That group of people are going to be the ones who take that, we'll say, the best option step, which is they're calling in or they're filling out an online web form to put in their information and get onto the calendar that way. Alternatively, they're going and filling out some sort of quiz funnel or some next step that gets you enough information to book them on the calendar. There's the upper crust, the 1%, or maybe the Pareto distribution, the 20% who've got 2 million or more, probably much less than that, but they're the upper amount who you want to take. You want those people to become clients because they're going to be a bigger ROI. That group of people, you lead into the same funnel, but you offer them something slightly different. After they book a call with you, if they hit a certain threshold of assets, they can get a meeting with the owner or the host of the show, or maybe they can pose a question to the host of the show and get a response from them over the phone. Like you spoke with John Smith or Smith prospect, who is highly affluent. They have $4 million of retirement savings. They wanted to ask Joe Schmo, who runs the radio show and the advisory firm, this question. Then the advisor can call Joe Schmo, tell him the answer to the question, and also invite him to a one-on-one meeting, complimentary, no obligation. Just a thought, which leads that person into a more handheld funnel and ultimately a little bit more boutique style. ultimately creating a system for you to turn all levels of prospects, the unqualified, not yet, unqualified, they're never going to become a client, they might tell people about you. All those people get pushed into email or pushed into some other funnel that it doesn't ultimately lead to them becoming a client today. Then there's a bunch of people who are going to be clients. They would be good clients today, but they need some time. Put those people and the people who are going to take action. So that group of people who are good fits, they're going to take action in the near future, or they're going to take action like very soon. Get all those people to call, and don't worry about the people who don't call today. They're going to call next week, and they're going to call next month. They're going to call next year. All those people, that's fine. And then ultimately that goal people, the ones who are the $2 million to $4 million prospects, who they're going to be 3-4 times ROI your investment for the year, for the month. Those people, offer them something that's like the next step. You can even say it on the radio. If you got over $4 million, we're doing a special offer for you where we're going to show you the developments of Southern New York City, and we're going to give you a tour of some of the things that are changing in the area. Just an example. It's something very specific for a very specific audience. I'm going to show you how to invest into the jewelry businesses in East Manhattan. All those things. So just food for thought on ideas that I've seen work with the radio shows that we're working with. And also, if you're interested, you have a radio show, you want to learn more about how you can maximize the amount of people who are calling in, maximize the amount of people who call in who turn into clients, schedule a call with us. We might be able to help you, give you some insight, things that we've seen work. Additionally, if you want to become a client, you want to learn a bit more about that, what that process is like, potentially have our team call your leads and book them on your calendar, I would encourage you to visit our website, sevenfigureria.com. Last thing, subscribe. We will be dropping content like this much more frequently. Have a great afternoon. Take care.